As I was driving the other day, I decided to, put the theme for Michael Myers on. And, best way is not listening to it at night, because boy, does that make the tension like someone's looking after you. That shit's creepy. Halloween, guys, is, the classic John Carpenter film, which, if you love film, if you appreciate horror, you know what this film's about, okay? It came out almost 40 years ago. It is, the horror movie that fans watch. One of the, I would say, in the top 10 people would see if you just love horror, if you love film. Do I really need to explain myself what this movie's about? But for those 2% people that haven't watched this movie, I'll just say it. It's about a young boy who grew up in the 60s who, just one day decides to finally lose it, kills his sister, and then his parents come home and see what he did, and he has no emotion to what he has done, no regrets. And then we cut to 15 years later, and now he's in this mental institution and has really no humanity in him left. And then one day he escapes out of this mental institution, and he tries to go back and go to the place he grew up. Once that music kicked in, the music, which is also composed by John Carpenter, is so chilling. There's a sense of just darkness in there. It's just creepy, and it's just a simple piano notes, but he makes it so effective where it gives you off the vibes of Halloween, it gives you off the vibes of just like the fall, and you just feel unsecure with yourself, you feel unsafe, and just the music kicks in, it just sets the tone for everything. And I just love, John Carpenter really is the director too, and he knows for this movie, he just directed it so well with, setting the creepiness, the atmosphere so well, using the darkness that he can, putting it into the picture. If you see a piece of darkness, something's gonna go down. He uses a story that is so simple, but he drags it out in a form of giving it this stylistic, just slasher horror film. There are some shots also, show how effective it is with the, Michael Myers, standing like at these corners, and just, it gives you this weird vibe that's going on. It's so eerie. And I just love how they used just like pictures to try to, paint a picture. And I love that, this was a very low budgeted film, and they did everything they can to be creative to try to scare people. As an audience, you're scared. As like Jamie Lee Curtis, she is the main actress that he's going after, and you get a backstory where, she's supposed to be likable, and you can really see, the terrifyingness in her performance. And so when shit gets down, you're scared along the ride with her. And just when you feel like you're safe, it just raises up the antics a little bit more. I just love how it just messes with you, the movie. It, gives you just like a little bit like it wants to kind of just mess with your mind, make you a little bit crazy. And it built up so well to where, the story was all about. Donald Pleasence is Dr. Loomis. He does a great job, showing like he's this doctor who, he has dealt with Michael Myers. He has tried to reason with him, but he just realized there's no way bringing him back. And he sells it so well, just giving us the terrifyingness. He could be just the bad that all comes with this person. And he gives us a little detail of just like how messed up he is and how we should feel if we ever encounter him. This doctor feels like he's a doctor with humanity. He wasn't just trying to experiment on the boy or anything. He was trying to really bring him and just make him into a human again. And you can show that he cares, that he wanted him to be better, but now that he knows it's too late, he needs to stop him. Performances outside of, Dr. Loomis, Laurie, other performances like her friends, They're not the greatest, but you know they're served there at least, you know, to just be a character for the main character, and then later on to have a purpose for Michael Myers to deal with. But this is such a good Halloween film. Like when you're in the spirit of that, this is one you should see. It's just a gives you that warm feeling, at least enjoying that. You know, this movie reminds you of, you know, that holiday Halloween, and it just serves so well with just like the music, just the atmosphere, and the performances. You know, for most of the part, the main two and then three, including Michael, like that trifecta of the story fits well. You know, you got the main character who, you know, has innocence and is in danger. You have the doctor just who's trying to, you know, trying to prevent this, and you have Michael Myers who's just trying to cause shit wherever he goes, wreak havoc. And they work so well. They make this movie even greater than like what the story presented, but still, you know, at the time it was just very creative. Just, you know, nowadays you see other movies trying to copy this movie, and it shows the effect that it has. I'm gonna have to give Halloween an A plus. Sure, you know, there could be some problems around that, you know, with supporting characters, and the story might not be that great, but I just loved the simplicity of it and how they were able to be very creative with the film. And this really could feel cliche now, but this is what others are, you know, movies now are trying to copy and try to, you know, relive into that glory that that film did. And at that time, it was innovated. At least it really served so well as like a slasher film, and just gave a good feeling in the sense of like the spirit of Halloween. So let me know, guys, what you thought of Halloween. Is this one of your favorite movies of all time? Do you watch this, you know, every time it's an appropriate time to watch it in the season? What's your favorite Halloween movie? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, roll an empire, laugh, smile, repeat.